I've got a vision. I am losing my mind. Where are these gonna go then? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new here. I am so glad that you have joined. This is a video that I have been putting off for the whole of January so far because I need to reorganise these bookshelves. Now, I don't know if from here they look anywhere near as messy as they actually are, but oh my god, they are just absolutely chaotic. I will show you guys a close-up very soon. Since I last did a bookshelf organisation video, which was about 6 months ago, I have gained about 60 to 70 new books and about 15, 16 special editions. So I am severely lacking in shelf space right now, and I really need to sort them out because I don't know if you can see here, this is the book haul that I did in my last video. They are still in the boxes because there is literally nowhere for them to go, but there is definitely space that I can make, so we're going to reorganise all my bookshelves. I mean, I think when I last counted, I had about 600 or so books, so this is why I've been putting it off, because that is a lot of books to go through. The only thing is, I do feel like I can get away with not having to do a complete reorganisation where I need to take all of them off and put them all back on. I have been thinking about this, okay, so there is going to be a method to this. Every night when I lay in my bed, I stare at these books. I'm wondering what is the best way round to do this so that I can fit all of my books onto the shelves. And just for some context, if you've subscribed to my channel in the last like 6 months or so, and you're probably thinking, if this is the only space you have, why do you keep buying so many books? Let me tell you. So if you've been here for a while, you'll remember when I was living in my house in Nottingham and I had a completely different like background and everything, because I had my own, at my house there, I had my own library room essentially. Like I literally called it my library room. I had my own room. I didn't have any of my books in my bedroom. They just literally had their own room. And then I moved back home to be closer to my friends and family at the end of last summer. So whilst my house up there is on the market, I'm basically just waiting, and I'm having to make do with this space. I'm back in my old room and I'm having to make do with the space. So this is only temporary. I will eventually have the space again, which is why there is nothing stopping me from still buying more books, because this is just a temporary solution right now. So that is why. But however, that doesn't take away from the fact that I still need to make sure I can put my books away and just have them like neat and tidy, because you know, this is my personal space and these shelves are a mess. So we're going to tackle these today. I'm also going to reorganise my TBR cart, so it's just got all the reads that I want to definitely read in the first half of 2025 for sure. There are a few dark romances that I want to read, but yeah, I'm also going to redo the TBR cart as well. So first port of call is that I've got loads and loads of special editions on these shelves, and I'm going to have to just put those into storage. So thankfully I've got storage under my bed, because they're not the ones, I mean, I'd love to have them displayed. That's the whole point of me collecting them, so that I can display them. But right now that's not an option. So I am going to move those off the shelves so I can free up space for the books that I'm actually going to be reaching for and reading. And at least that will keep them safe and it will keep them tidy and clean, and they'll be okay. They'll be okay under there. As much as I'm going to miss looking at them. And then that's going to allow me to free up a lot of space, and I can start having a bit of a jiggle round, because I need to be able to fit about 70 books on these shelves. They might be here for a while. I think this might be one of those days where, you know, in your mind you're like, it's only going to take me an hour, and I'm probably going to be here for about 4 hours. I did normally arrange my books in a very specific way, like I'd arrange them by genre and by author. Don't quite have the luxury for that right now. So this is what we're dealing with right now. I mean, it's just a complete mess. Like there's shelves stacked up here. We need to get that sorted. Right, so I'm literally, I don't know if you can also see behind here all these sprayed edges, like they're literally just going to go under the bed, because I'm not going to reach for them and I need to put books there that I'm actually going to read. So that's the first option. I'm really sad my Magnolia Parks books are going to have to go under the bed, but it's temporary, Poppy, it's temporary. That's literally already freed up this whole shelf for me basically, which is ideal because yeah, I feel like I'm gonna make this fantasy because I've got all my Zodiac Academy ones over here. So I'm gonna make this top row like my fantasy row, if you will. This needs, I'm gonna have to get the duster out. It needs dust. Okay, so first point of call. Oh my god, I feel like this camera is so high up. Is this angle okay? I feel like it's fine. This is my Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series. And I want to see if I can fit it next to, because this is Zodiac Academy here. I want to see if it will just slot in there. So we'll move these down. Okay, that looks good so far. Okay, so next over here, this is where we're going to start going into some of the new books that I bought, because I'm going to put my fantasy books up here. I'm just going to quickly put this one on. I don't know if it's going to stay there. This is very kindly actually sent to me by a subscriber, Danielle, so thank you so much for sending me this off my wish list. I nearly put this in my book haul, but honestly at that point I was like 40 books deep and I had to really just rein it in. And then this turned up in the post. So grateful. So I think I'm going to put this up here just to sort of give me a starting block, and we're going to go into the box and we're going to start digging some books out. Let's begin. One box down. Just currently, I don't know if I'm going to put the Legacy series in my TBR cart or not, so just for now I'm going to put it up here. There's going to be a lot of trial and error here, I think. That's also the final box of my book all sorted. I also do have the book advent calendar that I did. They're still in the basket that I was using if you did watch those videos, so that is the next stop. This is going well so far though. Next, I'm going to rearrange some of this. So I want to put these books into this section here. I've got a vision. I've got a vision. Sweating. Okay, so I'm just quickly going to move on to the TBR cart for a bit because I feel like I need to free up some space on here first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in order of like the top row. I'm going to do books that I really want to read really soon. The bottom row are just books that have been on my TBR for a while that I definitely want to get round to this year. Sorry, middle row. And then the bottom row is just going to be books I've had for a while and I would like to read them. They kind of don't really fit anywhere on the shelves either, but I'm just going to put them down here. These books that are going to fit on my other shelves that you will see in a minute. Like I really want to read When the Moon Hatched, but I do think I'm just going to put this like down the bottom somewhere. So we're going to kind of start this TBR cart again. There are so many books on my TBR cart, like more than I realised. I was just sort of adding them to it as I was going along, and then I was like, wait a minute. Some of them I can't even see what they are. So like, what book is this? Oh my God. I've been looking for this book and it's been on here this whole entire time. Story of My Life. I did not even know that this book was on this cart. This is, oh, if you could see the amount of books I've got out, it's one of those things where it definitely has to get worse to get better. That's what I keep telling myself. Oh, From Blood and Ash, there you are. Okay, I've been looking for that for a while as well. This Pam Godwin series, I actually think I'm going to read this relatively soon if I feel like I want a bit of a break from fantasy. So I'm going to actually put this on the top row. And I did get the third book to that in my book haul, which is amongst the chaos on my bed. I really want to read this book, Caught This Cruel and Lovely. There are a few more books that still need to go into my TBR cart, but I have literally just arranged that and I'll show you how I arranged it in just a moment. We are getting somewhere. I've finally done it. That actually didn't take as long as I thought. However, what I planned out in my head in terms of space, I don't have as much space as I thought I did, so we've had to make some adjustments. It's not as neat and tidy as I would like it to be, but it's okay, it is much better than it was. So let me just show you guys what I've managed to do. So every special edition I own is under this bed now, and I'm finding it extremely upsetting. I need some time to process. The irony of this, my Mystic box subscription arrived today as I was literally putting all my special editions underneath the bed. You literally couldn't write it, could you? You just could not write it. I won't even be able to just get to look at them, or maybe I can just for a little bit. No, because that's when things start to get messy. But let me show you guys what I've managed to do. I'm not going to show you the ones behind my sliding wardrobe door just because I didn't get to put that extra shelf in. I literally just stacked them up as I could. There is no rhyme or reason behind there at all. However, it gets shut away and you can't really see it, like out of sight, out of mind kind of situation. So let me show you guys what I did with my actual wardrobes. Wardrobes? What I did with my wardrobe? No, my bookshelves. Please. My brain is malfunctioning. With regards to my TBR cart, this is what it's looking like so far. Up here I've got all of my fantasy books. So this is like the Zodiac Academy section, if you will, apart from a few miscellaneous ones. And then I just put the Poison and the Curse of Ophelia in there because, I don't know, I want to read those really soon and they just kind of slotted in there really nicely. This bit is a bit random, I have to say. I'm currently reading Iron Flame, so I need to get that to fit on there somewhere. However, these are all on my TBR. I just thought that I'd rather have them up here in the fantasy section than in the actual cart. Then I've swapped this area around a little bit. I was trying to avoid having to stack books like this, but, you know, space and all that. If I didn't have to have 3 editions of Lilac, then I'd have so much more space. I'm fully aware, but I just can't help myself. Then I didn't really make too many changes to this bit. This bit, actually, I need to sort out, to be honest. I've just forgotten about that. Only because I knew I didn't want to make that many changes. I just want to rearrange them so they are in order of the authors, which I will do. I stacked these ones up this way so they would fit better. I did put Magnolia Parks on the top, the Into the Dark one, because I haven't read it yet and I wanted to be able to get it out easily. This one, I'm not so happy with this section here, but you know, it's fine. This is my Rena Kent section. Although being said that, I then also have 2 Rena Kent books down here. It's kind of bothering me, but it's going to have to... Although I could actually put those up there. I haven't made any changes here. I did here, I restacked all of these and I took the Emily McIntyre Never After series off my shelves. This bottom section is just all of my sports romances and just romances that I don't tend to reach for so much or that I don't plan on reading anytime soon. But I put them all together. And then here is just like my Karina Howe, Trisha Wolfe section, Tate James section. And then under here we've just got some miscellaneous dark romance. Then just got some JT Geisinger and Saffron Kent there. And then this is kind of like my Mafia / miscellaneous / Lee Rivers section. I'm quite happy with how they look. They look a lot tidier. Not as tidy as I'd like, don't get me wrong. They look so incredibly crowded, but they look better than they did. So I'm happy. I need to be on a book buying ban because at this point there is nowhere else for anything to go. I'm not going to do an updated bookshelf tour for a while. This is not finally how I want my bookshelves to look. If you guys remember my bookshelf tour that I did probably nearly a year ago now when I was living in Nottingham still, like that was when I was able to display all my books exactly how I wanted. So when I do eventually move and create my own dream library again, which don't worry, like all of that content I will definitely be vlogging. I'm so excited for that to happen. Like I don't know when that's going to happen, but obviously that is definitely what's on the cards for this year. Then I will do building my dream library, like an updated bookshelf tour, touring my special editions as well, because I counted them and I've got like 25 or 30, I think. Like all that kind of content will definitely be coming. But for now, this is as good as it's gonna get in the space in the room that we've got. But anyway, I'm just so happy. I feel so much better now that my space just feels less chaotic. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. You got to get a glimpse into a little bit of my bookshelves and kind of like a mini tour of them, if you will. A lot of the books on my shelves I have actually already read, to be honest, but there is a lot on my TBR that I'm very excited to share with you guys in reading wrap-ups and vlogs and updates and stuff. I do want to get back into vlogging. Really miss that. I just find that difficult to do here because there's like so many other people in the house that it can be quite noisy. There's like 3 dogs in the house, my mum, my brother, like it just gets a bit chaotic sometimes. But I do miss vlogging. I think I'm gonna try and do some 24-hour reading challenges. I've got lots of fun stuff planned, so make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Thank you so much for watching my video and I'll see you guys in my next one.